What if I told you there's a baby and a puppy who share snacks, sleep in the same crib, and have conversations that sound exactly like siblings arguing? You'd think that's impossible. Until you see this. Watch a 10-month-old baby deliberately feed her puppy through a baby gate. Watch a puppy stick her snout through crib bars to give morning kisses. Watch two completely different species who somehow think they're twins. This is Hazel and Rio, and they're about to shatter everything you thought you knew about interspecies friendship. When they brought her home, they called it the honeymoon period.
I just love Rio.
But this wasn't just any ordinary puppy adoption. This was cosmic timing at its finest. A brand new puppy arriving in a house with a brand new baby. Two souls at the exact same developmental stage, about to discover they were meant to grow up together.
These two little babies are sitting together, petting each other, getting to know each other.
Two babies. That's exactly how the parents saw it. Not a baby and a pet. Two babies who happen to be different species.
They love the idea of them being similar in age and just watching them grow together.
What started as a cute idea quickly became something deeper, something that defied explanation. These weren't just growing up in the same house. They were growing up as each other's missing piece.
Almost like a sibling relationship.
Almost? No. This was a sibling relationship, complete with sharing, competing, protecting, and that special language that only siblings understand. Rio has definitely learned the benefit of sitting beside the high chair. Here's where it gets amazing. Most dogs beg for food and get scolded, but Rio became Hazel's official snack partner, not through begging, but through genuine sharing. And Rio knows exactly when she has her snack cup in hand. She'll feed her through the gate. A baby who can barely talk, deliberately sharing her snacks with her puppy sister. Not dropping food accidentally,
No.
deliberately feeding her. Like they worked out this system together in some secret language. They would say they're learning how to share as snack time is constant between the two of them. This is how real siblings learn to navigate the world. Through food negotiations, through taking turns, through the 1,000 tiny social interactions that teach you how to be part of a family. And Hazel and Rio, they were getting a PhD in sibling dynamics, one shared snack at a time. And they think it's only a bond that they have, and they may never understand. Even their parents recognized it. This wasn't normal pet-child interaction. This was something deeper, something that existed in a space between species where logic doesn't quite reach. They had their own relationship, their own understanding, their own secret world that adults could witness but never fully enter. He has to be the first to give Hazel attention, start sticking her snout through the crib. Every morning brought the same beautiful routine. Before anyone else was awake, before breakfast, before the day officially started, Rio would appear at Hazel's crib, not just checking on her, greeting her, starting their day the way siblings do, with that special connection that says, "Good morning, you're my person. Let's see what trouble we can get into today." The crib thing started as one of those growth progressions, but they loved playing in there together. What began as a practical sleeping arrangement became their secret clubhouse. Two beings who somehow figured out that the best games happen in the smallest spaces. They were talking to each other. Their parents don't know what they're ever saying. But listening to them, you'd swear they were having actual conversations. The back and forth sounds, the responding to each other, the way they seem to be negotiating their next adventure. It is constant comedy, constantly getting into something. Living with Hazel and Rio meant living in a never-ending sitcom. Two mischief makers at the exact same developmental stage, feeding off each other's energy, creating chaos that was somehow perfectly synchronized. This is the name of the game. The game being, how much adorable trouble can two babies get into before their parents collapse from exhaustion and laughter? The one thing that's really driving them crazy, Hazel loves the dog water bowl. Classic sibling behavior, wanting exactly what your sister has. Rio's water bowl became the most fascinating object in the house, not because of the water, but because it belonged to Rio. She'll get in Rio's crate. That means she'll crawl right up in there, and she wants Rio's attention. True siblings don't understand personal space. Hazel invading Rio's crate wasn't intrusion, it was inclusion. It was, wherever you are, that's where I want to be too. Really, their days consist of them just playing around the house, playing outside. Their schedule wasn't planned by parents, it was negotiated between them. Wake up together, play together, explore together, nap together, live together. Two different species moving through the world as a perfectly matched team. They've both learned how to be gentle together. This is perhaps the most remarkable part. A puppy learning to be gentle with the baby. A baby learning to be respectful with the puppy. Both figuring out how to love each other without hurting each other. No one taught them this. They taught each other. She is just now starting to walk, babbling a lot more. Every milestone Hazel reached, Rio was right there experiencing it with her. Learning to walk meant learning to walk together. Learning to talk meant having someone who listened to every babbled word like it was poetry. So, with the two of them in this phase of expressing more energy, two beings hitting their stride at exactly the same time, feeding off each other's growing confidence and curiosity. It's just showing them how much fun is in store. The parents weren't just watching a child grow up. They were watching a partnership develop, a friendship that would define both of their personalities, both of their futures. Knowing that Hazel will always have that friendship at home, and the same with Rio always having her person, is something that is really special and can't be replaced. This is the most beautiful part of their story. In a world where friendships come and go, where people move and circumstances change, Hazel and Rio have something permanent. They'll never know loneliness. They'll never wonder if they have a best friend. They'll never question whether someone truly understands them. They wouldn't trade it for the world. They are truly best friends. But they're more than best friends. They're sisters. They're soulmates. They're proof that family isn't about DNA. It's about choosing each other every single day. Hazel and Rio's story reminds us that the most beautiful relationships often happen when we stop trying to control them and just let them develop naturally. These parents didn't force a friendship between a baby and a puppy. They just created space for it to happen. And what bloomed was something more beautiful than they ever could have planned. What makes their bond so special isn't just that they love each other. It's that they're literally developing together, learning social skills together, discovering the world together, becoming who they're meant to be side by side. Hazel is learning empathy, sharing, and gentleness from Rio. Rio is learning patience, protection, and unconditional love from Hazel. They're not just growing up together, they're growing into better versions of themselves because of each other. Imagine Hazel learning to ride a bike with Rio running alongside. Imagine Rio comforting Hazel through her first heartbreak. Imagine sleepovers where Rio is always invited. Birthday parties where Rio gets cake too. Family photos where Rio is front and center. This isn't just a cute phase. This is a lifetime partnership that started in a crib and will continue through every major milestone of both their lives. If Hazel and Rio's story fills your heart with joy, maybe it's time to believe in the magic of unlikely friendships. Maybe it's time to stop underestimating what's possible when two souls recognize each other. Maybe there's someone in your life, human or animal, who could use a friendship that defies explanation and exceeds all expectations. In a world that often focuses on differences, Hazel and Rio remind us that love recognizes no species, no age, no logic. It just recognizes itself in another soul and says, you're my person.